Chapter 63:20. Looking at the actions of these people, Lin Xian snorted coldly. Land immortals are not so easy to kill. So far, he had only defeated land immortals and had not killed any land immortals. Once the land immortals counterattacked before their deaths, even if he had the 3 true fire, it would be difficult for him to deal with that destructive power. Lin Xian did not bother with these people. He would let them suffer a little. Perhaps many superpower houses would be turned into ashes. He looked down at an inconspicuous hill in the distance and sneered, "Don't hide. I found you long ago." There was no sound on this small hill. However, Lin Xian sneered, "Still not coming out?" He slashed forward with his sword. The hill instantly shattered, and the figure of the 9-tailed fox rushed out. She turned around and left. At the same time, she was terrified. "Damn it, I've been discovered. Run." The 9-tailed fox had been hiding before. However, when she found that Lin Xian was surrounded by 3 land immortals, she was ready to watch a good show. What could happen when 3 land immortals attacked? She was not worried at all. However, the situation was completely beyond her expectations. Lin Xian defeated 3 land immortals, which was beyond her imagination. The flame in his hand was too terrifying. As long as one flame hit her, she would be dead. Therefore, he was running away like a madman. "Damn it, I should have listened to Ancestor Zun Lian and hid somewhere." The 9-tailed fox was so regretful that her intestines turned green. She fled in the direction of the Immortal Gaze Mountain because she wanted to seek the protection of the Ancestor. "Ancestor, save me." Before reaching the Immortal Gaze Mountain, the 9-tailed fox screamed crazily. Lin Xian followed behind and was not in a hurry to make a move. He wanted to let the other party experience despair. On the Immortal Gaze Mountain, Black Lotus frowned when he saw this scene. "This idiot, why did the 9-tailed fox jump out again? Do you want to die faster? Get over here." Black Lotus shouted coldly. The 9-tailed fox was overjoyed. "Great, with the protection of the Ancestor, I'm absolutely safe." The old Ancestor was an existence with 4 strands of immortal chi. He was even more terrifying than those Earth immortals. However, at this moment, Lin Xian made his move. Previously, Lin Xian had put away the remaining 3 true flames. At this moment, there was still half a flame left in the purple gourd. It was definitely enough. With a wave of his hand, the true Samadhi fire flew out and enveloped the 9-tailed fox. 9-tailed fox felt her body shattering. "No, Ancestor, save me." Black Lotus was also furious. "You're courting death. How dare you lay a finger on her? Believe it or not, I'll make you wish you were dead." However, this kind of threat was completely useless. The 9-tailed fox was instantly annihilated. Black Lotus was furious. This young man's combat experience was too terrifying. He didn't give him any chance at all. The 4 strands of immortal chi on his body resisted the immortal fire with all their strength. Black Lotus quickly retreated. At this time, Mortal God punched out and directly hit Black Lotus on the back, sending him flying. Countless petals fell from his body, and even a trace of black blood dripped down. Damn it! Black Lotus was at a disadvantage. He had never been at a disadvantage in a battle with Mortal God, but now he was injured. Mortal God was excited. "Boy, come with me to suppress it." Mortal God saw hope. "Just you wait." Black Lotus fled into the space. If he continued to fight, he was afraid that he would end up in a miserable state. Maybe he would really be seriously injured. Therefore, he was very decisive. He fled when he reached the county level. What a pity! Lin Xian didn't chase after him, because he found that Black Lotus was really powerful and could resist the immortal fire. Of course, He could only wait for a while. Otherwise, he wouldn't have run away. Even so, he was already very powerful. The fourth strand of immortal qi was too terrifying. Lin Xian didn't chase after him. He looked at mortal God and asked, "Senior, at your level, what is your level?" Lin Xian was indeed very curious. Mortal God said, "They are still called land immortals, but they are more powerful than purple deity." For strands of immortal qi, was he also a land immortal? Lin Xian was extremely surprised. What about the immortal realm? Lin Xian continued to ask. Chapter 63:22. The changes caused by the 49 longevity fruits surprised Lin Xian and the others. What happened? They started to worry. Could there be a problem? However, in the next moment, Lin Xian discovered that the 49 longevity fruits had connected into a ray of light and seemed to have opened a mysterious space. There, he saw the illusion of an old man and a furnace. There was a true samadhi fire in the furnace that kept jumping. This was the scene inside the mysterious door. Lin Xian had been inside for decades. How could he not know? Murong Qingcheng had also entered, so she recognized it. She exclaimed, "How could this be? Isn't this the place where the immortal key opens? Why did it appear now?" Lin Xian was shocked. He said, "I understand. The immortal key can open it. However, there was another way to open it, and that was to gather all 49 longevity fruits. However, this seemed to be even more difficult because none of the previous intruders had ever gathered all the longevity fruits. Now, I've done it. I've gathered all of them together. The 49 longevity fruits were another key. They could also open the mysterious door." Lin Xian's guess was correct. However, most people did not know about this matter. Even the land immortals did not know about it. Lin Xian only guessed it after gathering all of them. However, it did not seem to be of any use. He had already entered and cultivated inside for decades. His hands had been tempered and were even more powerful than before. Moreover, he only had less than a month left. It was time for him to leave. It seemed that it was useless. Lin Xian was about to leave. However, at this moment, the mysterious old man's illusion made a move. He waved his hand, and a ray of light flew out. Lin Xian was stunned and reached out to catch it. In the next moment, he saw an 8 trigrams spinning in his palm. What was this? Lin Xian was shocked. This pattern seemed to be on the furnace from before. Moreover, the old man's Taoist robe also had something like this. The light on the 49 longevity fruits disappeared, and the mysterious door closed again. The old man's phantom and the furnace disappeared. Lin Xian studied the 8 trigrams in his hand, but he didn't find any clues. It should be something good, but I don't know what it is yet. How do I use it? After all, this old man might be an immortal. Whatever the old man's phantom left behind would definitely be extraordinary. After putting the item away, Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng set off again. They headed for the Purple Mountain. The atmosphere in the Purple Mountain was incomparably heavy. Their ancestor, the Earth Immortal, was seriously injured and on the verge of death. It made them feel as if the end of the world had arrived. Quite a number of people had already quietly escaped. Some super great emperors were guarding the area as if they were facing a great enemy. He wondered if anyone would attack them. Under this power, they could not resist at all. Lin Xian looked down at these people and said, "Today, none of you can leave. According to the rules, after you fail, you will be killed by the power within Immortal City. So, enjoy your last moments." Lin Xian no longer paid attention to these people. His gaze seemed to pass through the universe. He once said, "Third, I want to take away one of the land immortals here." Lin Xian took out the sound transmission bell and sent a message to Zhou Tianshi. Senior, leave with me? On the 7th level of heaven, Zhou Tianshi opened his eyes and nodded. He had originally planned to stay here forever. However, because of Yu Xian air, he was already tired of this place. He wanted to leave this place of sorrow. Why not go outside and take a look? That's great. Lin Xian was overjoyed. The next moment, the void beside him broke open, and Zhou Tianshi walked out. He was surrounded by the great sky divination array. With a wave of his hand, the great sky divination array flew into Zhou Tianshi's body. Let's go. Lin Xian activated the immortal token. A mysterious power enveloped them, and they disappeared. Only the people of the Nirvana realm were left, their faces filled with despair. Soon, these people of the Nirvana realm were enveloped by the power of Immortal City. They did not leave, but their bodies split apart. Their souls were destroyed. No, these people screamed and were killed by the power of Immortal City. On the 9th level of heaven, Black Lotus kept an eye on the situation on the 1st level of heaven. When Lin Xian and the others left, Black Lotus also moved. He had 4 strands of immortal energy, so he had the power to leave Immortal City. The reason why he did not leave and stayed here was to find the secret of Immortal City. He wanted to increase his strength. Now, the secret was with Lin Xian. He wanted to take back the immortal token. As for the other great emperors of the Nirvana realm, he also saw the situation of them being killed. However, he did not help at all, because in his eyes, these great emperors were just ants. He could not send them out. If they stayed here, they were not worthy of being his subordinates. Nine-tailed Fox, that idiot, disappointed him. Therefore, he did not make a move. After Black Lotus left Immortal City, Fan Shen snorted and followed him secretly. He only had one mission, and that was to restrain Black Lotus. After these people left, Immortal City regained its peace. In the vast universe, a spatial door suddenly appeared. In the next moment, Lin Xian and the others walked out. They were dizzy, but quickly recovered. Looking at the starry sky, they were so excited that they were about to cry. The Red Feather Emperor and the others shouted, "We're back! We're finally back alive!" Yes, before entering, they were unafraid of death. This was because based on the previous situation, the best-case scenario for them was that 20 people would leave. It would be the best time for them to make a move after the petrification. Master Rashi said coldly, "Don't wait. You will definitely lose." The virtual immortal also said, "I wonder who among you will be petrified this time." At that time, all of you will be dead. Lin Zhan said, "Things haven't reached the last step yet. How do you know that we will lose?" Ha 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 ha. With just your people, how can you possibly win? They disdained virtual immortals. Someone came. It was unknown who shouted, but both sides quieted down. Their gazes turned to the distance. Sure enough, there was a group of people rushing over from afar. There were at most a few dozen of them. From the looks of it, their people had all returned. Everyone became nervous. Who was the winner? Buzz. Soon, this group of people appeared in front of them. The one in the lead was a young man. He was handsome and valiant, and the golden flames on his body towered into the sky. Not only that, but there was also a biting cold sword energy that connected heaven and earth. It was Xian Er. Lin Zhan heaved a sigh of relief. Lord Alcohol also smiled. "I knew it. This little guy will definitely be fine." Beside Lin Xian, there was a phoenix spreading its wings and flying. This time, it was Murong Qingcheng. The Empress smiled and said, "The genius of the Phoenix clan. It seems that her strength has increased greatly this time. The bloodline of the 7-colored phoenix has become even more terrifying. The third person appeared again. Yi Wudao had the phantom of an immortal king on him. The fourth person was Hong Yu Huang. The next few people were all from the god realm. This made Lin Zhan, Lord Alcohol, and the others very happy. The people from the divine realm clenched their fists. Great, this is really great. As for the people from the other side, their expressions were ugly. What's going on? Why haven't their people appeared yet? Master Rashi said, "Don't worry, everyone. Just wait patiently." As a turtle, he had a long lifespan and was the most patient. He said, "There are only a few people. Even if the first 4 are their people, so what? The rest will definitely be ours. We are the final victors." That's right. The virtual immortals and the others began to wait patiently. However, Master Rashi was right. The first 10 were all from the divine realm. Not only that, but the first 20 and the first 30 were also the same. When the 49th person came, everyone was stunned. The entire universe was terrifyingly quiet. The people from the divine realm couldn't believe it. The Empress said, "Who can tell me? I'm not dreaming, right?" Black Mountain, and the others also exclaimed, "Oh, my God, all 49 people came back safely." Moreover, they felt that their strength had increased greatly. What happened? Was the immortal city destroyed? To be honest, before they came, they had already made all kinds of plans, including the worst-case scenario. Who would be petrified on their side? Some people even suggested that the younger generation should hide and wait for a comeback. However, the scene in front of them really shocked them. Was there even a need to make a comeback? They had sent 49 people, and all of them had returned. This was a perfect record. The people from the other side were all stunned. Dream, this must be a dream. How could all of them come back alive? There were only 49 longevity fruits in total. If all of them came back alive, what about the people from the other side? They felt a chill in their hearts. They had a bad feeling because they realized that until now, no one from the other side had appeared. Could it be that they were all wiped out? Impossible, absolutely impossible. The saber immortal shook his head crazily. Even though he cultivated the immortal art, he couldn't stay calm at this moment. His hands kept shaking. He gritted his teeth and said, "Wait, our people are behind." On the other side, Lin Zhan and the others quickly rushed over. What happened? Why did you all come out? Did you get all the longevity fruits? Where are the people from the other side? How are they? Who won? Who lost? These land immortals were extremely excited. Lin Xian smiled and said, "Father, Master, don't worry. We won." We won. Lin Zhan and the others were stunned at first. Then they heaved a sigh of relief. "Tell us the details." Lin Xian shook his head and said, "It's a long story. The process is too complicated. When I have the chance, I will tell you in detail. However, the result is that we won, and it was a perfect victory. The other side has no chance of making a comeback." "I don't believe it." On the other side, the virtual immortal, Fox Immortal, and the others roared, "Someone must be coming." "Look, someone is coming." In the starry sky, the 50th person appeared. The people from the other side were excited. Their people came out. Chapter 63:27. The appearance of the 50th person attracted everyone's attention again. The people of the otherworld heavenly king were excited. Their people had finally come. However, they were soon stunned because they realized that it wasn't their people who had come. It was a man who had experienced many vicissitudes of life. Who was this person? The people of the otherworld heavenly king were stunned. Even the people of the divine realm were puzzled. In the next moment, they all became nervous because this person exuded the aura of an earth immortal. He was actually an earth immortal. In an instant, everyone felt as if they were facing a great enemy. Lin Xian said, "Father, don't be nervous. Let me introduce you." Lin Xian invited Zhou Tianshi over and said, "This is Zhou Tianshi, the guardian of the seventh heaven of the immortal city." After Lin Zhan and the others heard this, they were all stunned. Even the fighting god was extremely surprised. How could the guardian of the immortal city come out? Lin Xian said, "Not only did I get 49 longevity fruits, but I also got the immortal token. I used the immortal token to invite Zhou Tianshi out." Lin Zhan felt that their brains weren't enough. "What? You got all the longevity fruits, and you also got the immortal token." It was unbelievable. The immortal token was an extremely mysterious existence. The last intruder didn't even find any clues about the immortal token, not to mention the immortal token. But this time around, Lin Xian actually obtained it. Just what in the world had that little fella experienced inside? They were extremely curious. The people of the otherworld, Heavenly King, also heard this. The guardian of the seventh heaven. They were also shocked. When they heard about the immortal token, they went even crazier. This was impossible. How could you get the immortal token? Idiot, what's impossible? Senior Zhou Tianshi is here. How do you think he came out? Also, don't wait anymore. None of you from the otherworld Heavenly King came out alive, because I used the immortal token to keep them all inside. Of course, even without the immortal token, they can't come out. The 49 longevity fruits are all with me. They can forget about coming out even in their dreams. You don't have to wait anymore. This news was like a bolt from the blue, stunning the 5 earth immortals of the otherworld Heavenly King. Their men had really been completely wiped out. Although they didn't believe it, the scene before them was simply too strange. Other than being completely wiped out, they really couldn't think of any other reason. Damn it, capture this brat and ask him about the situation. To be honest, the Grand Supreme had asked them to be prepared this time. However, in their opinion, they were at most behind in numbers. If it really didn't work, he could petrify a land immortal. However, it still couldn't change anything. There were still many land immortals on their side. Chapter 63:29. The people of the deity realm had split up. They had sensed the presence of powerhouses in the Azure Land. They were powerhouses from the Nirvana realm. They wanted to solve the problem here. At the same time, they wanted to conquer the 9 serenities. When Lin Xian heard this, he led his people over. "Big brother Xian, I'll stay with you." Murong Qingcheng also followed. However, the empress shook her head and said, "No, Qingcheng, you have other things to do. Take the Phoenix clan members with you. You have another mission." "All right, I understand. Be careful, big brother Xian." Murong Qingcheng stopped and turned to walk into the distance. There were countless Phoenix clan powerhouses there. The Phoenix clan was originally a great emperor clan. However, their princess had fallen, and no one was a great emperor. It was only when Murong Qingcheng became a great emperor that they regained their glory. Now that the Phoenix clan had joined the Divine Union, they naturally had to participate in this battle. They weren't the only ones. Even the Yi family had to participate in this battle. Apart from them, there was also the Gu family and many other ancient families. Their fates were already linked to the deity realm. Lin Xian had headed to the 9 serenities. Xue Qi, Yi Wudao, and the others were also heading there. However, their goals were different from Lin Xian's. Yi Wudao led the Yi family and was responsible for intercepting and cleaning up some external enemies. As for Xue Qi, She led the people of the Divine Union and cooperated with Yen Ryu. There weren't many people on Lin Xian's side. There were only 7 of them. However, all 7 of them were great emperors. Some of them were even super great emperors. The strength of their team was unimaginably strong. There were also some people in charge of guarding the Upper Azure City. These people looked into the distance. They prayed in their hearts that they would win this battle. They had to come back alive. While the deity realm was on the move, the people of the Nirvana realm weren't idle either. Although the Earth Immortals were petrified, they had already arrived in different ancient cities. They had fused with the ancient cities to guard them. Not only that, but Xianming and Xianyin had also left. Grand Elder shocked the Yuhua celestial dynasty, while Xianming headed to Supreme Hall. He wanted to form an alliance once more. He made a promise that when the people of the Supreme Hall won, they would be able to head to the Eternal Land. Their eyes turned red. The Land of Eternity, one of the 9 heavens and 10 earths. Legend had it that the Land of Eternity was 10% mystical. However, this place was completely occupied by the Prometha. No one else could enter. However, he did not expect the Grand Supreme to offer such a condition this time. Needless to say, Higgins' situation was extremely dangerous. All right, let's work together. Supreme Palace nodded. After countless years of development, the Prometha's strength and foundation were very terrifying. Although this time, 5 Earth Immortals were petrified, and even 49 peerless experts died in Immortal City. But even so, the Prometha still had many experts. Moreover, the Prometha had condensed a world-destroying heavenly punishment. At the same time, it also suppressed a group of Emperor-level experts. As battle servants, their expressions changed. These people's expressions changed drastically at this moment. Someone was attacking Juyo Ancient City. Master Rashi snorted coldly. They really don't know what's good for them. I want to see who it is. He activated the formation. In front of him, an ancient mirror was formed, reflecting the light outside. When he saw the situation outside, he frowned. It's this kid. When he saw Lin Xian, he immediately gritted his teeth. It was because of this kid that he was petrified. Otherwise, how could he be like this? He must kill him. Next to him was a man surrounded by a terrifying storm. He was a super great emperor. At this moment, he also looked at the scene in the mirror and snorted coldly. This is Lin Wudi, right? He is really arrogant. He only brought 6 people, and he wants to take down our 9 heavens city? He was dreaming. Master Rashi also saw it. He realized that there were a total of 7 people, including Lin Xian. These 7 people were all emperor-level experts. However, that wouldn't do. He said, we should have formed an alliance with the Supreme Palace, right? Let them send experts over. This time, not only do I have to defend, but I also have to kill that kid. In 9 Heavens City, an expert walked out. The aura on his body was also incomparably powerful. This was also an emperor-level expert. Beside him, when the Iron Blood Great Emperor saw this, a cold killing intent appeared in his eyes. He said, leave this person to me. A bronze flag appeared in his hand. With a wave of his hand, it enveloped heaven and earth. The person in front was holding a long spear, a blood-colored spear. His body was filled with killing intent. Chapter 63:30. The man with the blood-colored spear was called the Blood Spear Emperor. He was originally an expert from the Netherworld. He was forced to join the Nirvana realm in the apocalyptic divine punishment. At this moment, he was ready to fight. Behind him, a few more figures walked out from the ancient city. One of them had a wolf head and a human body. His claws were extremely sharp, flickering with a diamond-like light. This was the Black Wolf Emperor. He was a super great emperor, and he was at the middle stage of the transcendent emperor realm. He was very close to the late stage. When he appeared, the world immediately darkened. A terrifying phantom of the moon shrouded down. It was like a millstone that could destroy the world. The surrounding void kept shattering. On Lin Xian's side, the red feather emperor's figure flickered and turned into a red goldfish. The vision of heaven and earth broke through the 9 heavens and blocked the phantom of the moon. He walked out and said, "Leave this person to me." "Then be careful," Lin Xian said. The red fish emperor said, "Lin Gongzi, don't worry. My strength has increased greatly, and after returning, I haven't tested my strength yet. This time, let's start with this guy." As for the others, they also found their opponents one after another. Lin Xian took a deep breath. His gaze flickered on these people. He said in a deep voice, "I'll give you a chance. Submit, and I'll spare your lives." The figures on the opposite side had indifferent expressions, and in the depths of the ancient city, Master Rashi's voice came. His voice was extremely low, and it was very vague. Obviously, he was not used to his petrified body, so he could not control his voice. However, one could still hear that he was angry. "Damn brat, one day I will make you suffer a fate worse than death." Lin Xian laughed out loud. "Suffer a fate worse than death? Isn't that your current state? How does it feel to be petrified?" Ha 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 ha. Hearing this, Master Rashi was furious. He said, "Attack." Suddenly, hundreds of figures appeared in the ancient city. There was a terrifying light flickering in their hands. The laws of heaven and earth and the power of the formation condensed. They formed countless swordfish and flew over. There was a powerful killing intent on them, as well as terrifying corpse poison. Once touched, even peerless experts would be poisoned and have difficulty moving. In the following battle, they would be easily killed. Lin Xian snorted coldly and threw out a punch. They turned into 9 suns between heaven and earth, continuously crushing down. At the same time, the Red Fish Emperor and the other great emperors also made their moves. A great battle broke out in an instant, shaking the heavens and earth. Many mountains and forests in the ninth serenity were instantly shattered. Some of the warriors who were hiding under the ground were also torn into a bloody mist. "Run!" The Black Wolf Emperor and the others were quickly swallowing elixirs to recover from their injuries. "No," the Red Fish Emperor also said, "if Lin Gongzi continues like this, I am afraid it will be difficult for us to take down the ancient city." Lin Xian smiled and said, "Don't worry, we will proceed according to our previous plan." "But is it really possible?" Master Rashi was very cautious. The Iron Blood Great Emperor also frowned. He was very skeptical about the plan. Lin Xian said he was very cautious, and it was difficult for him to take action. However, it is because of me that he was petrified, so he hates me very much. And this hatred can be magnified infinitely. We will take advantage of his weakness. This time, he will definitely fall into our trap. Okay, then let's begin. The Red Fish Emperor and the others nodded. Next, they attacked the city. The battle was very terrifying, but the array formation in 9 Nether City was very scary. With the Earth God as the guardian, it was definitely very powerful. Many turtle shells appeared around the ancient city. There were mysterious runes on these turtle shells. They attacked the city 3 times, but they did not break through the defense. Instead, Lin Xian and the others turned pale. Seeing this scene, the people in the ancient city heaved a sigh of relief. Fortunately, they were safe. Master Rashi snorted coldly. "What a joke! My absolute defense is not something you can resist." Another 2 attacks. Lin Xian and the others had consumed a lot of energy. They quickly returned. Finally, they retreated. The people in the ancient city heaved a sigh of relief. However, the Black Wolf Emperor said, "Should we chase after them? They don't have much energy now." Master Rashi shook his head and said, "No, we can't chase after them. But we won't let them go. We will send the shadow bats over to investigate their situation. If they are really weak, we will attack immediately." Soon, the two shadow bats flew in. These shadow bats merged into the void and disappeared without a trace. Even the great emperor might not be able to detect them. However, the corners of Lin Xian's mouth curled into a smile as he left. His Rinnegan was blooming with a mysterious light. "Is it coming? I'm afraid you won't come. The other party is about to fall into our trap." Lin Xian and the rest had been silently cultivating, while the hidden shadow bat was waiting for an opportunity. When the time came, he would coordinate with the outside to destroy the formation. Boom! Finally, the Nirvana Empire's army arrived outside Spirit Movement City. Their overflowing aura swept over like an ocean. It collided with the Spirit Movement City's array, producing a sonorous sound. "Lin Xian, come out and accept your death." A loud shout resounded through the 9 heavens. At the same time, an even more terrifying aura appeared. "People of the deity realm, kneel on the ground and wait for death. You've been surrounded. You can't escape, even if you have wings." Inside Spirit Movement City, Lin Xian and the others opened their eyes, a trace of panic appearing on their faces. What should we do? The Red Fish Emperor was anxious. Why did they send so many people? Damn it, did they realize that we're not strong enough? The Iron Blood Great Emperor snorted. "We can't fight them head on. Defend the ancient city. We have powerful earth veins and arrays here. They won't be able to break in." The hidden shadow bat transmitted the news through its bloodline. The other bat immediately reported this to the Black Wolf Emperor and the others. The eyes of the Black Wolf Emperor and the others lit up. "Great, the other party is indeed weak. Kill them!" With an angry roar, they rushed over with endless power. "Defend! Defend!" The Iron Blood Great Emperor roared. Suddenly, the Spirit Movement City's array was activated. Layer after layer of light screens swept across the sky, forming a terrifying cage. They began to resist. The two sides collided again, and it was earth-shattering. The Spirit Movement City's array was shaken, but it still managed to block the first attack. It's ridiculous to only dare to defend passively. But how many times can you defend? The Blood Spear Emperor was proud. Last time, he was injured by the Iron Great Emperor. This time, he wanted to take revenge. He wanted to kill his way into the ancient city and trample the Iron Blood Great Emperor under his feet. The other Nirvana realm experts also sneered. Spirit Movement City's defense was definitely not the same as 9 Nether Orange. 9 Nether City had an Earth Immortal guarding it. It could unleash the power of the ancient city to the extreme. However, there was no Earth Immortal in Spirit Movement City. Moreover, they were going all out this time. They continued to attack. The reinforcements from the Supreme Palace were also overjoyed. They didn't expect the mission to be so simple. After taking down this city, they would be able to get a lot of treasures. More importantly, if they could seize this opportunity to capture Lin Xian, they might be able to obtain his trump card. Thinking of this, they worked even harder. Boom! The first layer of the array was torn open. The Nirvana realm experts were getting closer to the ancient city. The second layer of the array was torn open. This formation was called the Flying Thunder Formation. These thunderbolts were extremely terrifying. They sent Heilang and Gue Kanjia, flying. The two peerless martial monarchs cried out in agony as their blood dyed the sky. They were beaten back again. For a moment, miserable shrieks rang out, wailing like ghosts and howling like wolves, making one's scalp go numb. The people from the Supreme Hall were even more miserable. This was because they had been too complacent before. In their opinion, this mission was very simple. However, who would have thought that things would turn out like this? In that instant, many of their experts had perished. Some great emperors had even started to fall. An earth-shattering sound shattered the void. Green Ghost Tooth roared crazily, "Gather together! Don't attack alone! Trash, don't run! What are you afraid of?" Some of the more cowardly ones were truly frightened. They quickly ran away. However, they were torn to pieces by the formation in an instant. At this moment, they had really gone crazy. It turned out that Lin Xian and the others weren't too arrogant. They had purposely tricked them and lured them into this beautiful killing formation. This kind of formation was definitely the work of an Earth immortal. Despicable Lin Xian, I will never forgive you. Kid, once I catch you, I will make you wish you were dead. I will tear you into pieces. Green Ghost Tooth's vicious voice rang out. However, his voice was too loud. Lin Xian found him in an instant. "Oh, you dare to threaten me? Fine, I will take care of you." Lin Xian controlled the formation from outside. The flying thunder god turned into peerless thunderbolts and charged at Green Ghost Tooth crazily. Green Ghost Tooth was still clamoring at first, but he was soon beaten speechless. He had no choice. These thunderbolts directly paralyzed his body and even penetrated it. Emperor Blood dyed the sky red. He was so scared that he didn't dare to say anything. However, his eyes were ferocious. He swore that as long as he could leave this place alive, he would definitely take revenge. He would pay back 10 times, even 100 times. The flying thunder god formation kept attacking and finally enveloped Green Ghost Tooth. Green Ghost Tooth's limbs were all broken. Even though he was a super great emperor with terrifying strength, he was on the verge of death. "No, you can't kill me," he said. "I am from the Supreme Palace. If you kill me, you will become an enemy of the Supreme Palace. Your deity realm doesn't want to have another enemy right now." Lin Xian huffed coldly. "Don't worry," he said. "I won't kill you first, because I still have use for you." He waved his hand. The flying thunder god's sword pierced through Green Ghost Tooth's body and nailed him to the lightning cage. Green Ghost Tooth trembled. However, he was still alive, which meant that there was still hope. He could still negotiate with Lin Xian. The team sent by Joyo City was completely annihilated. That's impossible. I saw with my own eyes that Joyo City sent out a large number of experts. How could they be completely annihilated? That's right. Spirit Dong City only has 7 great emperors, including Lin Xian. No matter how strong they are, they can't defend it. Even if there are experts hidden inside, it should be easy for the people of Joyo City to escape. At least they won't be completely annihilated. Yes, and it's said that there are experts from the Supreme Palace. I really can't think of any way that Lin Xian and the others can kill all these experts. Everyone didn't believe it. However, this piece of news spread more and more, making everyone suspicious. Until now, there was no movement from Joyo City. Could it be that they were really annihilated? Joyo City also received the news and was shocked. They quickly reported it to Master Rashi. When Master Rashi heard about it, his face turned ugly. Of course, he was now a stone man, so his expression couldn't be seen. However, he was extremely furious in his heart. It's over. If the entire team is annihilated, I'm really dead. Even if the deity realm doesn't kill me, Grand Supreme won't let me off. Quickly go and find out what happened in Spirit Dong City. I want to know what happened in Spirit Dong City. Send people to Spirit Dong City. A few experts quickly rushed out of Joyo City. On one hand, they wanted to find out more accurate information. On the other hand, they wanted to go to Spirit Dong City. The news of Joyo City's experts being annihilated spread like wildfire. Many people even planned to go to Lindong City to find out more information. Some great emperors and super great emperors were also suspicious. Did they really die? Did they perish together? That ancient city was ownerless. Could they fish in troubled waters? In an instant, the surroundings of Spirit Dong City were filled with all kinds of experts. Everyone's eyes were fixed on the ancient city. Some people couldn't wait any longer and were ready to start probing. However, before they could start, the city gates of Spirit Dong City suddenly opened. Chapter 63:38. Hearing Feng Xiaoxiao's words, the cultivators of Joyo City regained their hope. Yes, that's right. This was their territory, and they still had a peerless array formation. They had an earth vein and an earth immortal guarding the place. They could launch a counterattack. These people once again had ferocious expressions. Little thing, I don't know how you controlled the Black Wolf Emperor and the others. However, you're dead meat. This time, when I catch you, I'll definitely pull out your tendons and skin you alive. Lin Xian snorted coldly. You still want to launch a counterattack. Dream on. Who owns the array formation here? Not necessarily. After saying that, he raised his sword into the sky. The terrifying sword energy transformed into a giant dragon that roared between heaven and earth. That was the signal to attack. In the next moment, countless array formations flickered in Joyo City. Resplendent light shot into the sky. The array formation was activated. Great, kill this kid. Tear him into pieces. The people in Joyo City were ecstatic. One array formation after another appeared, enveloping heaven and earth. In the next moment, screams rang out and blood mist filled the air. The people of Joyo City were killed by the array formation. Corpses fell from the sky one after another, dyeing the entire space red. The people who were still alive in Joyo City were dumbfounded. What's going on? Why is the array formation attacking us? Feng Xiaoxiao roared crazily. Idiot! The enemy is there. Don't attack your own people. However, it was useless. These array formations were still killing the people of the other side. Feng Xiaoxiao was dumbfounded. Oh no, is there a traitor in the array formation? Damn it, kill them quickly. He led his men and charged into the distance. Master Rashi was even more dumbfounded. In the past few days, his mood had been like a roller coaster. First, it was said that the people of Joyo City had been wiped out. It made him despair. Then, the people of Joyo City returned alive, and Lin Xian was captured. He was overjoyed. But now, Lin Xian actually controlled the Black Wolf Emperor and the others. He even controlled the array formation of Joyo City. This time, half of his heart turned cold. How could this young man be so powerful? This array formation is under my control. Could it be that a great emperor was qualified to challenge him? Even if I'm petrified and can't move, this kid can't challenge me. The martial artists in Nine Nether City were in a miserable state. No matter how strong they were, they couldn't withstand the attacks of Joyo City's array formation. Hence, they fell one after another. Even the martial monarchs could not escape from it. The entire ancient city was completely sealed off. Why? Damned thief! Why are you able to control the array here? I refuse to accept this. I can't accept this. Some emperors died in despair. Feng Xiaoxiao led her men and charged over. However, she encountered an attack on the way. The Black Wolf Emperor and the others rushed over without any regard for their lives, trying their best to stop him. F***CK. Feng Xiao raised her head and roared, "Black Wolf Emperor, are you crazy? Aren't you afraid of being angered?" The Black Wolf Emperor snorted, "I only have one master, and that is Lin Gongzi." After saying that, he opened his arms and rushed over. A destructive power appeared on his body. Feng Xiao's face immediately turned green. She turned around and fled. Boom! An earth-shattering sound of destruction rang out. The Black Wolf King had fallen. Feng Xiao was unable to escape from this destructive power. He had perished together with his enemy. That's right, he died in a very aggrieved manner. Not only him, but the subordinates he brought with him also turned into ashes under this power. There was no other way. The Black Wolf Emperor was a super martial monarch. Moreover, he was in the middle stage of the supreme martial monarch realm. His self-destruction was definitely a disaster. A void appeared in Jiuyou City. There was an extremely terrifying power there, and no one dared to go near it. The people of Jiuyou City felt their scalps go numb. Their faces were filled with despair. Even Master Roshi's heart sank. He knew. He had been careless. He had fallen into a trap. All of this was a trap set up by the sacred realm. Step by step, they had pushed him into the abyss. Everyone, retreat and help me. Open up the ley lines completely. Even if I die, I can't let them get Jiuyou City. Master Roshi's voice rang out. The surviving Nirvana realm warriors frantically gathered at the center of the ancient city. Lin Xian slashed out with his sword. At the same time, he said coldly, "Stop them at all costs." The Nirvana realm warriors who returned from Lingdong City were all controlled by the Heavenly Circuit Master's array. Therefore, after hearing Lin Xian's order, they did not hesitate to carry it out. Moreover, it was the same method of mutual destruction. The Blood Spear Emperor sneered and rushed over. When he rushed to the front, his body instantly split open. The destructive power swallowed up a part of the world. In addition to him, Sky-Devouring Snake and the other experts all did the same. No, Master Roshi was in despair. No matter how strong the people of the Nirvana realm were, it was difficult for them to survive under this kind of mutual destruction. Sure enough, a large number of experts died. Both sides died together. In the end, one void after another appeared between heaven and earth. Master Roshi was not injured at all. When these destructive powers came to his side and hit him, they made earth-shaking sounds. However, they couldn't even break through his defense. It couldn't be helped. Even the super martial monarch's destruction couldn't hurt him. He was a land immortal. Chapter 63:42. Countless people were paying attention to this battle. Whether it was the Nirvana realm, the Divine realm, the myriad worlds, or the other 9 heavens and 10 lands, they were all watching this battle. It could be said that it was too important. This was a battle of strength, but it was also a battle of gratitude and grudges. Could Lin Zhan take revenge? It seemed very mysterious now. Although Lin Zhan was much stronger than the last time, Blade Immortal was too strong. The Blade Immortal was too terrifying. He was a land immortal who cultivated an immortal art. He was an existence that far surpassed Essence Immortals, Master Roshi, and the others. Although only his soul was left, his combat power was still monstrous. It would probably be very difficult for Lin Zhan to kill him. Someone said, if he defeats the other party in this battle, will Lin Fan have a knot in his heart? It was possible that his cultivation level would stagnate. There were more and more such voices. Even the people of the Divine realm were worried. Lin Xian clenched his fists. He was in Juyo City, watching the battle in the distance through the array formation. "Father, you will definitely win." At this moment, a figure appeared outside Juyo City. It was a pitch-black figure like a demon god. This figure was the Demon Emperor. The arrival of the Demon Emperor made many people in the divine realm frown slightly. This guy hadn't made a move in the previous battle. What did he mean by coming now? Did he want to reap the benefits? They didn't open the city gate. Instead, they stood under the city wall and asked coldly, "What are you doing here? Since you chose not to make a move, why don't you live in seclusion?" When Lin Xian saw the Demon Emperor again, he was also stunned. He felt very surprised, because the last time the Demon Emperor and Lin Zhan were both super great emperors. The two of them joined forces and killed more than 10 great emperors. It could be said that it shocked the universe. After that, Lin Zhan broke through and became a land immortal. However, the Demon Emperor was still a super great emperor. The other party still hadn't broken through. Why? Was it because he wasn't talented enough? Did he not have enough resources? Or did he not have enough comprehension? Lin Xian thought about it and felt that it wasn't the case. The Demon Emperor was very terrifying. Was he unable to break through, or was he unwilling to break through? The Demon Emperor smiled and said, "I heard that you captured a petrified land immortal. I want to come in and study it." The Red Emperor frowned and said, "Although we have been cooperating, you are not from the divine realm after all. You didn't contribute much in this battle, and now you want to reap the fruits of victory. Isn't that a little unrealistic? Of course, I know that we are partners, so let's work together again this time. I'll destroy a city, and you'll let me study it. How about it?" It seemed that there was a reason why the Demon Emperor didn't break through to the Earth immortal level. Moreover, he was no stranger to the name Celestial Emperor. The Yi family's ancestor was called Celestial Emperor Yi. He originally thought it was just an honorific, but now it seemed that it wasn't necessarily so. Celestial Emperor, Yi should have walked some kind of cultivation path. The Demon Emperor also wanted to walk this path now. There was another thing that worried him, and that was the Heavenly Master crisis that the Demon Emperor mentioned. He looked at Zhou Tianshi and said, "Senior, are you all right?" "I saw a Heavenly Master in Juyo. He was delirious and his consciousness was blurry. He seemed to be crazy. Could it be that even the Heavenly Master would be attacked by this mysterious power?" Lin Xian didn't know much about the Heavenly Master. He only knew that the Heavenly Master's array was extremely terrifying. Zhou Tianshi said, "I don't know much either because I've been in the Immortal City for a long time." In the Immortal City, the most powerful thing is the immortal power. No other power can surpass it. So I'm safe and sound inside. However, I have a certain sense of the crisis that the Heavenly Master is in. Recently, I've been feeling inexplicably uneasy since I've come to this world. Obviously, I've been targeted by something. However, I should be fine in the short term. Lin Xian took a deep breath. He definitely wouldn't let anything happen to the Heavenly Master. After this battle ended, he would discuss with Lord Jiu and the others how to solve the Heavenly Master crisis. However, the most important thing now was the battle ahead. The battle ahead was even more intense. Lin Zhan's fist could shatter the sky, and the Saber Immortal's saber technique could destroy heaven and earth. The two were evenly matched, and there was no sign of victory or defeat for the time being. And in this heavenly land, another figure appeared. It was the Demon Emperor. After the Demon Emperor obtained it, he directly set off for the city of 10,000 sabers. His eyes flickered with a strange light, but halfway there, he was stopped by a figure. A woman, like the goddess of moonlight, carried a scimitar and exuded a biting, cold, killing intent. This was the aura of an earth immortal. She was the moon god of the moon palace. The moon god stopped the demon emperor, and a biting cold light appeared in her eyes. You're tuning into the Mystic Fist YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.